not very much in favor of the counting of points.
Does it work for you? No.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your favorite figure skating podcast, where we kiss, where we cry, where we are the run through. Welcome to the Lore Horse series of the summer. Today, we are talking about Swan Lake. My name is Adam Rippon. I'm here with not Olympic champion Sarah Hughes, Ashley Wagner, and the one, the only, Michelle Ellis.
Wow,
Hi.
you really Swan Lake just did
I know.
that
I was
in
like,
the middle
whoa,
of that
Swan
sentence.
Lake.
Yeah, I know. You know what I thought of you guys yesterday? I thought we should have made we could have said Bolero about Bolero.
Oh, shit.
Missed we're gonna delete the episode. And
Yeah,
we're
we'll
gonna
redo
do
Start
that
over.
I
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
totally forgot about the Tarasova Morozov Bolero short program and didn't even mention it. So
Well, now you're
apologies
mentioning
to
it
them.
now. That counts.
It does. Better
Was
late
it worth
than...
mentioning? I guess.
yeah,
Well,
they did it for
ever.
2 seasons.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Next
I'm
summer, I
sure
guess.
there's going to be 30 Swan Lakes I miss. So
Mm.
I mean, that's the point of this series, is that there's too many to count of all
Yeah.
of these pieces of music and figure skating. So we're doing
Yeah.
our best.
mhm.
And if you feel like we're really leaving something out, you can make your voices
Comment,
heard
engage.
in the comment in the
Mhm.
comment section.
Engage.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
help
this is
people
Adam's-
find us in the algorithm.
This is Adam's first hosting gig on the Lore Horse series.
Yeah, it is.
I'm excited.
But not your first hosting gig as of late. I was talking with one of my clients who was at the event Toast to Milan, and I was like, "Oh my god, okay, like what was your favorite thing that you learned about the athlete's experience?" And she goes, "Well, I don't know, it was like mostly kind of funny."
Yeah.
Adam was hosting. So I now know that Vadim really likes Costco. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Vadim made me laugh out loud with his Costco jokes.
I love it.
Yeah, he was wearing Kirkland brand.
He upgraded his membership after the Olympics.
That is the
That's when you know
funniest part.
Buying
He was
in
feeling
bulk.
good.
Yeah.
If we've
and
learned
if-
anything, buy in bulk. That's
Yeah,
what
if
we
you learned anything, you know right now he has 200 rolls of toilet paper wherever he
Mhm.
lives.
So should we begin? Are you
Yeah.
guys ready to dip into the waters?
Wait, swan dive?
To
I'm ready to
Valoro?
swan dive.
okay, now
Swan
as I-
lore. This is easy.
Swan-
I could do this
I
all
know.
day.
well,
all
you
right.
couldn't do it on the first episode of this, so
Here,
we
I
need
can only
you
do
to
it all
pick
day today.
today. Yeah.
Specifically.
So I'd like to bring us back to, and every time I do some sort of lore episode, I always do bring us back to the 1800s
Oh my
because we must
Ashley
start.
also, started in the 1800s. I have a feeling the lore of music will take us more back through the centuries.
I'm actually surprised that this lore, we're only 2 episodes in, but still, these are like 2 heavy hitters that I would be like 1700s.
Yeah.
No, I'm
700
I'm
AD.
with you on that. It feels like kind of in Jesus Christ era is when they would have like there's like Mary
Written
Magdalene.
Bolero.
Yeah, and she's like sort of like on Eventbrite looking for like what are performances in my area? Like Jesus is gone.
Yeah, and she's looking to see if she can find a local performance of Swan Lake.
Yeah, like like she's on Spotify, like what's in your area this week? And it's just like that it feels like of that time or like
It does.
Caesar.
Yeah.
Jesus, Bolero playing as Jesus drags the cross to his
Ah.
crucifixion, as I learned about on this podcast, is poetic.
It is.
Leading to a big crescendo at the end.
Yeah.
And rumor has it only took
Does
18
too.
minutes to get there.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they forgot to put that's in the footnotes of the Bible that actually
I read those.
the whole passion
Yeah,
of
Ashley
the
reads
Christ
those.
is the
Yeah.
length of Bolero,
Mhm.
18 minutes long.
So, since we did start 18 minutes long, back to the 1800s.
Yes.
So, here's the deal. What are the origins of Swan Lake? What's the story? So, there's actually no idea. We don't really know where it comes from. But the idea is that it comes from Russian and German folktale. So there's different like folk tales that are Russian and different German folk tales. They feel like it's sort of like a combination of the two. And so the ballet premieres in 1877 at the Bolshoi Theater in Moscow. Now, before we get there, the legend has it that in 1871, Tchaikovsky composed a children's ballet pantomime for his like niece and nephew, and it was called The Lake of the Swan.
Wait,
And
cute.
I know. I'm about to like some woman is listening being like, I'm designing my baby's nursery to this. Like that's adorable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a ballet themed nursery honestly sounds
Pantomime.
great. A pantomime.
yeah, a ballet pantomime, which is so like chic.
Yeah. Expensive. That's rich.
No, it's very rich.
Mm-hmm.
So that's sort of like legend of like, how did we get here? What happened? So Tchaikovsky is commissioned to write this ballet, and he's commissioned to write the ballet because he is friends with the director of the Moscow Imperial Theater. And so he's commissioned in the year 1875. Okay. And at this time, Tchaikovsky is inspired by other composers who are also writing different ballets, and he's really appreciating and admiring this type of music. And he has a lot of enthusiasm in this project. And he writes this ballet within a year. And he writes the whole composition within a year, which like I did a little bit of digging, which seems to be pretty normal. So like he'll go on to write other ballets that will also take him about a year. And what's the normal time to compose a ballet? As someone who's never composed one themselves, can barely compose themselves in general, it's usually a few months, but it can sometimes take a few years. So Tchaikovsky will go on to compose different ballets, but Swan Lake is his very first.
Really?
Okay?
It's
Yes,
his first?
It is.
Okay,
Well, aside from the
Prodigy.
ballet pantomime
Well,
Right?
of course, the ballet pantomime is his
of
first.
71, as
Yeah.
I'll call it here.
As his niece and nephew will call it forever.
Oh yeah, the pantomime of 71.
You mean the ballet pantomime, as they'll say.
Right. As the Russian kids will say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Da. Yeah. So, there's a Czech choreographer. His last name is Rezinger. Okay. Does that sound familiar, Ashley?
Yes.
As the German speaker on the pod? Okay.
Ach, yeah. The Czech in me, though, didn't
But
quite.
it feels German
registered.
Czech, which is
Okay,
why
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
asking.
Border.
Yeah, border patrol. So he's appointed to craft the ballet, which is basically like you need somebody from the dance world and a composer to kind of work together of how this will, work. They have a really bumpy relationship with Tchaikovsky because they actually both prefer working completely alone and they don't want to collaborate with each other. So there's a bit of tension at the coming together of this story and this
What's-
ballet.
Tchaikovsky just wants to like give someone a piece of music and say, do what you will with this.
Yes, and Rezinger is sort of like, I also want to just give me the music and I'll figure out how it goes. So they're not wanting to collaborate with one another
But why are they
Okay.
collaborating then?
because they were both commissioned to.
Oh, legally. Got it.
Yes, and Tchaikovsky,
Contractually.
he accepts this commission because he kind of needs the money, but he's also had this fascination with ballet, but he's commissioned to do this ballet for 800 rubles.
Wow.
Ashley's like, should I get into composing?
I think
think
more she's
in
like,
the
I would never do it
1800s?
for that little.
I don't know
Yes.
the
Yeah.
equivalent of like today's market value. I didn't do
I'll
that.
try to figure that out.
Mhm.
I think it's
I'll work here.
interesting that the Moscow Imperial Theater hired a
Mhm.
Czech choreographer and not a Russian choreographer.
Well, there's a lot of choreographers who
Mhm.
are in the like Russian ballet scene right now who
Mhm.
are not Russian.
Mm.
So Resinger was one of the like ballet masters at the Moscow Theater.
Mm.
And this will actually, it will be another foreigner who will come into play just a little bit later.
Mm.
So he was actually, I have it in my notes. He was the ballet master at the Bolshoi Theater from 71 to 1878. So that's why
Okay.
he's commissioned to help
Mhm.
put together the ballet. So the ballet premieres, you remember it? Obviously, we all
Like
do,
it was
right?
yesterday.
Oh my
Mhm.
God, it
Yeah,
was
well, we were
incredible.
there together.
Yeah.
It was 1877, episode 1 of the Run-Through, if anyone remembers.
Yeah.
And it comes out and the reaction is like incredible. And when I say that, I mean horrible. Critics.
So people had no taste in the 1880s.
Well, they had a different taste. They had a taste for criticism, which
Mm.
will go on. That'll be a theme throughout history. People love to be critical.
Mm.
But this is the thing about it. There's a lot of critics, and they say that the production is forgettable. It's not, nothing about it feels new. They don't like the set. They don't like the choreography. They feel like a lot of the costumes are reused from old ballets. Like it feels not like it's super cohesive.
Okay.
They also just think that the orchestra and the dancers weren't great. And they think Tchaikovsky's score is just, it's too complicated. It's too big. It just doesn't feel very ballet. And it's just, they just don't feel like it's a real ballet dance. It's too loud. It's not right.
It's too loud.
Yeah. Cymbals crashing. Like it's just, it doesn't feel, it feels really messy. Okay.
Hmm.
Now, there's a problem here, and this seems to be the biggest issue, or at least one of the biggest issues. But one of the issues is that in the premiere performance, there's a big absence, and that absence is from the Bolshoi's prima ballerina, Anna Shobeshchenskaya. So Sobeshchenskaya, Anna Sherbakova.
Right.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yes. So Sobeshchenskaya rejoins the production as Odette. So I'll get into who the characters are and like whatever in a second. So she joins as Odette, who's basically like, if you don't know any of the characters or Swan Lake, is she's the white swan and the black swan. She's the lead throughout the
Okay.
entire ballet. She joins the production in 1877 of April, but she insists on making certain changes to the choreography and score. 2 years later, the original choreographer, Resinger, he leaves Moscow and he's replaced by a Belgian choreographer, Josef Hansen. So Hansen is set about restaging Swan Lake. They want to relaunch it and they want to do a new version in January of 1880. So they all agree that something's not working. They want to redo this. They want to figure it out. And just something has to do, like, it has to be better than this because this music is amazing. There is potential here. We just need to fix it. We need to clean it up.
It's a diamond in the rough.
By the way, I think he got paid the equivalent of about $20,000 today. The
For a year's
800
work.
people. I don't know if I did that calculation correctly because I just used a quick Reddit plus inflation calculator, but
Would you
think
do
it's
a
about
ballet
that.
for $20,000?
Yes.
not well. But
Who
I
said
wouldn't.
yes, right, Ashley?
I wouldn't do a ballet well for any amount of money because I don't have that gift. I don't think.
I don't either, but
I guess I've
I
never
would-
tried to compose a ballet. We don't know for sure.
No.
yeah, well, we
No.
may never know, but
I would accept the job for $20,000. To be
Oh,
clear.
of course. I'd accept many jobs at $20,000.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're all available for $20,000 gigs, whatever
Yeah.
they
If
may
anyone has any.
I can
Year
learn
long.
how to use GarageBand.
be. I love how you say garage.
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 Grage, garage.
Yeah. The first A is just not there.
What is it? Garage?
Garage.
Garage?
Garage.
Garage if you're
Garage.
British.
Oh yeah, it's garage if you're British, which
Oh, no, it's put it in the boot if you're like that's for the trunk, right?
Mhm.
garage.
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 Mama boots. Yeah.
Boots down
Garage.
garage.
This doesn't even sound like a word anymore.
Yeah.
It's not. It's a ballet. So let me tell you a little bit about the ballet and the characters. Okay, so like I mentioned, it's a classic tragedy based on Russian and German folk tales. Okay. So it follows Prince Siegfried, who falls in love with a princess turned into a swan by an evil sorcerer.
Mm.
So Odette, she's the white swan, the princess cursed to live as a swan by day and a human by night. Only true love can break the spell. Prince Siegfried, he's a young royal who must choose a bride, but falls for Odette. Baron von Rothbart.
Mhm.
Oh, horrible name.
Excuse me. Do you have something in your throat? Like that's. He's the evil sorcerer who cursed Odette. And there's Odile, the black swan, who's Rothbart's daughter, disguised as Odette to trick Siegfried into breaking his vow. Okay? Those are your
Okay.
characters.
All right.
Yeah. Baron von Rothbart. Excuse me. Like that's
It's like Richard Dornbush.
No, wait, isn't there there's a skater now on the scene who has a very like Rip Van Winkle
No, it's
name.
Sophie
Van
von.
der
Sophie Jolene von Felton.
That's
Yes.
it.
Mhm.
She's
Yeah.
the evil sorcerer who curses Odette. And she makes stroop waffles. Like she does it all. Like that's Oh God. Are we learning anything yet?
I'm learning a lot.
All right, so all 33 performances of the ballet between 77 and 1883 are sold out, attesting to the ballet's increasing popularity amongst different audiences. Okay, so there is
Nieces
ballet,
and
but
nephews.
And this is
amongst
all in
close
Moscow.
family. All in Moscow at this point.
Okay.
So there's a planned revival of the ballet in the early 1890s, but this is cast into doubt by the death of Tchaikovsky in November of 1893, who didn't live to see the ultimate success of this ballet, which seems it's like a theme among a lot of these things where the composer will put it together and somehow sometime after the death, it turns into this like work of art and
That's
lifetime.
very 1800s artist.
Yes.
Where they're like,
It's
you
like-
gotta die to be successful.
Mhm.
You have to step away from living for us to
Mhm.
appreciate what you're
This
doing.
earthly plane.
So Tchaikovsky had written a lot of this ballet, and after his death, Riccardo Drigo took on the job of revising the entire score, and he gets this from the approval of Tchaikovsky's brother. So there's a revised and edited version, which is commonly the version that we'll hear today of this ballet. It's
Oh.
much shorter than the original, and I wasn't able to I couldn't find the original score, but this version is an edited version of Tchaikovsky's original score from the 1877 premiere.
God,
It's still very
Interesting.
long, quite long.
How
Yeah.
long is it?
Barely know her. I don't
I feel like it's at least 2 CDs back in the day, because I had the
God.
disc.
You had the
Um,
original.
I had the original recording. It was 2 discs in there, so double album.
All
No, you
right.
know it's long because I know the Oregon Trail was 3 CDs to play it. And so
Yeah.
if it was, and that was a lot of RAM back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and then
Seen the ballet many times, and it's like almost 3 hours, and it's long.
Well, and that's the edited version.
Mm-hmm.
So it was longer than that. So I'm sure the other one is, we're talking 3 CDs.
but he
Wow.
died. You said he died in 1893.
Yes.
So the longer version of the ballet was going for 15 years, and it was still gaining in popularity even before the shortened version.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Okay.
So it's
smartphones
still-
were about to get here, and people's attention spans are about
Yeah,
to just
they
shrink.
had to
so
adjust
they
for
had
the
to-
attention spans. Yes.
TikTok, people like fast clips at this time. By the time we get to
the clip
1890s,
economy.
I mean, listen, if it's not 30 seconds, if you don't have a hook, they're scrolling by. And so that's what they're saying. They're like, Tchaikovsky, if you don't have and he drops that. He doesn't even hear the end of the sentence. November 83. Boom. Clip economy. So we're worried. Worried? Jewelry. I don't know why I'm thinking
You
that
sound
same-
worried.
I am. My heart's racing. It's the Coke Zero that I'm having right now. So they work on this edited version because they want to do a revival of the ballet in the 1890s. Because, like I said, they stopped performing it in 83.
Mhm.
They want to come back to it. They want to do a revised version, a more modern version. So they put it together, and even though there is the death of Tchaikovsky, they still move forward with revising and doing this edited version and changing the choreography. And they bring in this Italian dancer who will perform the role of the white and the black swan. And she's highly acclaimed. Her name is Perina Legnani.
Okay.
Something like that, right? I'm sure it's Legnani, like something more like that.
Okay.
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 But she's acclaimed for her technique, and she performs the Odil's 32 fouette turns. And so this is like, we're adding that in. And it's like, oh my God, a woman can be on one leg for much longer than scientists thought.
And that's actually how we started figure skating as a sport.
Mhm.
Yes.
Look at her go round and round.
On one leg.
The woman rides on one leg. Like, it's just like, we're like crazed by it. So Swan Lake has some of the most unique and iconic choreography in ballet history, and it's known as one of the most demanding productions in dance. And this score is considered one of Tchaikovsky's most important works. Even though this is like an edited version of the original, it's, we still use all of the heart and soul of the original. This is just like a more modernized version. And like Michelle said, not a lot of people can listen to 3 CDs worth of music. Maybe 2, but not 3.
2 is where most people draw the line.
Can I add one note?
Please.
When they did the revival in the 1890s, it was, I believe it was Marius Petipa who staged it. He was the choreographer.
That's
he's, like,
correct.
the most
and Lev
important-
Ivanov, they
Yeah,
work together. Yes.
But Petipa is like the most influential choreographer in ballet. He's a big deal.
Really?
He's in many, many, many long story ballets. Like almost every single one that you can think of he's worked on.
Wow.
His Petipas on it.
Yeah.
He does have his Petipas on it. Yes.
Yes. And he's the choreographer. He's the one who is like responsible for the 32
Mhm.
fouette turns.
Mhm.
And for the Black Swan, he's also the one who's credited with the swan arm movements. And this is
Mhm.
like really what cements it as a staple of classical ballet dance.
He's a genius.
So He is a genius. Michelle, I'm really glad that you brought him up. But he is the one who basically makes it this what we know today, and things that he's added into the ballet are basically those iconic moments of it, where if somebody's like, "What's Swan Lake?" and we start doing like the arms and the dun 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 dun, like all of this is him. So
big
the
lift.
the throw yourself into the water.
Swan dive.
Hey, bitch,
Swan dive.
throw yourself in the water. The garage. So, some interesting things to bring up about the Swan Lake. In the original 77 version, the ending is it's like the whole ballet ends very tragically. Both Odette and Siegfried, they drown. They throw themselves in the, lake, the water, body of water.
Surely must be a lake.
I think it's a lake where he first sees sees her.
Yes. And so basically, like, they talk about, I was listening to a ballerina talk about the Swan Lake and different things about how different things mean different things throughout the ballet. And she was saying that the temperament of the lake reflects what's going on in the story. And so when the lake is calm, it's moments of like you're on the ethereal plane, where it's more of like the storytelling, whatever, blah, blah, blah. When the lake is like, there's a storm on the lake, like everything around it is going crazy. So the lake acts as sort of a mirror or a reflection of what's happening within the storytelling.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yes. And so because the evil sorcerer, he's like a magician, right? Like evil magician. The original Black Swan was not in like black. She was originally in a fully multicolored dress. And that was to reflect, well, obviously you hate joy and magic.
Yeah. Trust neither.
Wait,
yeah,
so she's
exactly.
in like
Was she not known as the Black Swan? It was just Odette and Odile?
Well, it was Odette and Odile, and like the thing is that she was just known as, she was supposed to be more of an illusion, because she's like she's made to look like Odette. So the young prince sees this beautiful young woman who he thinks is Odette, who he thinks is like the swan that he's like the princess that he's the girl that he's meeting. And he's promised her that like we will get married, like, and because she knows that the only way for her to break this evil sorcerer's curse is that if she can marry the prince. And so the prince falls in love with her, but the prince decides that he's going to cast this evil spell, and he's going to also put this spell on his daughter so that he can trick the prince into marrying his daughter. And the idea is that they both kill themselves at the end because it's the only way to break the curse, which basically kills, the Sophie von Trappenberger.
Baron von Rothbart.
What's his name? Thank you.
Rudy Galindo.
Rudy Galindo.
Philip Guglielmo.
Exactly. I'm sweating. I'm gonna sweat my ass off in this. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So the other thing to note is that in this ballet, I mentioned before, this same dancer, even though it's two different parts, the same dancer plays both Odette and Odile to show their technical range. And that's it. So it's one part played by, which is why in the original, like, people are mostly just upset that the prima ballerina of the theater is not in this ballet, and they're like, who is this fucking nobody? Get Sherbakova. out
Get
here.
her back.
Olympic champion Anna Sherbakova. Get her out here.
2022 Olympic champion.
Get her out
Anna
here.
Sherbakova. Get her out here. Where the hell is she? And it flops. Well, it actually doesn't
Michelle-
flop. Everybody buys in.
Michelle, as the resident like ballet fan aficionado on this podcast, or I shouldn't say the only, but the most affiliated, is this role like, where does this role fall in terms of like ballerina roles for like prestige?
Very, very, very prestigious. It's one of the most challenging roles. And the Russian companies are actually kind of fussy about it. Like, I'll give you an example. Diana Vishneva, who is one of the greatest ballerinas of our time, iconic, incredible talent. She's a Mariinsky dancer. The Mariinsky Theater never like let her do Swan Lake. But then she was a guest artist with American Ballet Theater. And they're like, here you go, you can do it. I saw her in it. It was beautiful. My life has now been worth living. But after she did it with American Ballet Theater, then they let her do it at the Mariinsky. It's incredibly challenging. And like Adam said, it's the technical difficulty. The two roles have a lot of like different characteristics and are both very challenging. So this is like, it's a big story ballet to put on. So like you're going to see a company like American Ballet Theater or a really big company putting it on. And it's like only like one of their best principals is going to do that role. It's really hard.
Okay.
Stamina.
And so just I mentioned that there were like that the people felt like the end of the original ballet was very like dramatic and people died, right?
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
the revised version, there's a lot of different like interpretations of how to like make it lighter. And one of those is that the ballet would end with Odette and the prince like ascending into heaven. So it doesn't end with just like the death, or you see them like in a carriage, like eternal, like this is them
Or they're
escaping.
escaping in a way.
Yes. And so the ballet goes from like the earthly plane to the ethereal plane many different times throughout the ballet. So it's like when you're in the palace and there's the ball, like we're in the earthly plane. When the prince is at the lake and we see the swans, like this is the ethereal plane. And the idea was to end the ballet in the ethereal plane. So it has this like happier ending of, even though our main characters did just sort of, bite the big one, they are together. They did escape the earthly plane to live together
Amongst
forever.
Tchaikovsky.
Yes.
Yeah. They do that in the American Ballet Theater adaptation, or at least they did 20 years ago when I was living in New York, 10 years ago when I was living in New York and going all the time. But like you see them jump into the lake and like they've killed themselves, but then the music kind of picks up and then there's like a sun rising and you see the two of them like walking toward the sun together and you see, them from the back and they're like together and happy.
Yes. And the sun is actually like a response to the moon throughout the ballet. So the moon is like where we see the lake. So it's like Swan Lake. The moon is always there, and the moon reflecting onto the lake. And there's like a lot of different like imagery and meanings to the moon that are brought into the ballet as well. But the sun plays a role of like an answer to the moon.
Okay.
And seeing
as
Odette,
it always does.
Seeing Odette in the sun means the curse is broken because when the sun's up, she's a swan.
Yes. Exactly.
Of course.
Michelle. God, thank God for Michelle, because there were a few moments there where I'm like, I'm rambling.
I could talk about ballet. I'm going to be lost when we do some of these other ones.
Yeah, but I knew that you would have contributions here from a ballet perspective.
Oh,
You've never seen
always
it?
wanted to.
We should go.
Always wanted to.
Yeah.
We should see it when it comes to Pasadena, because the LA Ballet performs across the street from here.
Oh my God.
Great.
Who's
nice
in?
for you.
Isn't it?
I'm
To
in.
live
Well, when
in
I'm
a cultural
in
mecca.
mainland USA, I'll be in.
Right.
In the lower 48.
Just a little bit over to the west.
But that is the story of Swan Lake. And after this 1895 revival, this is where it becomes a mainstream success. imagined ballet, the reimagined composition of the ballet, the reimagined choreography, it becomes a worldwide success. And it is there's so many different versions, but the versions that we see are rooted in the 1895 revival.
Got it. I never knew that it was reworked like that.
It will
So
be a
interesting.
theme.
Well, it was
As I
reworked
was-
twice because it had to be reworked from a pantomime first.
Yeah. Swans. Now, and 1895 was just a short skip and a hop away from. Michelle, do you want to lead us right into maybe some of the iconic Swan Lakes of our generation? Or of any generation?
Well, I feel like there's two like more touchstones of the ballet to talk about before we get into figure skating. But
Yes.
1995, Matthew Bourne's Swan Lake premiered.
Oh
and
my,
this was like
yes.
a modern dance adaptation, and the men were the swans.
Mhm.
And if you've seen the movie Billy Elliot, at the end when he's an adult dancing, that's the ballet he's dancing in.
Mhm.
The next big adaptation that I think had massive pop culture reach was the film Darren Aronofsky film Black Swan, which came out in 2010. I want to say yes, with Natalie Portman and Winona Ryder, and it was focused on the Odile character, but like the duality. And
Yes.
it had like a soundtrack that incorporated the Swan Lake music, but then kind of modernized it a little bit. Yeah, and we saw that had a big impact on figure skating as well. It led to a bit of a resurgence.
You don't say.
of
You
Swan
don't
Lake.
say. A scourge upon the sport.
I mean, I was thinking about figure skating when I heard swan arms.
Yeah.
Mhm. Birds in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Figure skating
Yeah.
loves a bird moment.
Yeah.
Big birders.
Animals in general.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mostly birds, though.
Okay, so figure skating wise, there's so many programs. There's so many, but I'm just going to start in the 90s, where as far back as my memory really goes.
Yeah.
1990, U.S. Championships free skate. Christy Yamaguchi is skating to Swan Lake in a pink V-neck dress, completely covered in jewels with giant shoulder pads. And at this nationals, Christy Yamaguchi has won the pair title for the second year in a row with her partner Rudy Galindo. And then in the singles
Baron
event,
von Rothberg.
yeah.
Rothberg. Yeah.
And then in the individual event, she's also competing in the women's event. And so her free skate is to Swan Lake, and she opens the program with a spin like a Tuparidze girl of yore. She has massive permed hair. She has this huge permed bang and a big permed ponytail. Christy was so cool. She was like such a cool girl. I wanted that hair so bad, and my mom was like, "Absolutely the fuck not. That is not happening." It was weird watching this old performance of hers because she was 18, and I remember her being like a very secure competitor, but all of her jumps were like a little bit off. And this, her sow cow was like crazy.
Always was.
Yeah, but I mean, this was like whoo. She had beautiful ice coverage, posture, like you could see all like the potential she had. Dick Button called her a very gentle version of Midori Ito. And yeah.
Okay.
Her best jumps were her like final like two passes. She did a gorgeous triple Lutz, and then a double flip triple toe was her last jumping pass.
Hell yeah.
Very 90s to just like
Yes.
do a double triple.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what
And
does
she
that
did it,
even
like no
mean?
problem. She and Rudy used to do side by side triple flip, step, triple toe in their pairs free skate, and they were a mirror pair. So it was very cool. I'm a big mirror pair fangirl.
Mirror pair is so fun.
Yes. But Christy was second at this nationals in the women's event. So she came so close to being the first woman since 1940 to win titles in pairs and singles. The last man to do it did it in 1941, but no one has come close since. Like Christy in 1990 is the closest.
Who won the ladies event in 1990? Who beat her? Who
Nancy
stopped
Kerrigan?
her from making
No,
history?
Oh, Jill Trenery.
Jill Trenery. Yes, Jill Trenery. Yep. So Christy went to Worlds in both pairs and women's. She was 5th in pairs and 4th in women's. And so
That's
after
insane.
yeah,
That's insane.
yeah. After
And
the
all
season,
with a perm.
yeah. Oh god, that perm.
Of course.
She
I
had
think that
that
was
perm through
helping.
for years.
Yeah,
And
it's thinning out that thick hair, making her more aerodynamic.
Recently, I saw, or not recently, 2022, they did a 30-year look back with her, and they were like, would you do anything differently? And she didn't say, like, I would have taken the sow cow out or whatever. She was like, I wouldn't have gotten that perm.
No.
Oh my god,
I
no!
disagree
It's
with that.
iconic.
No, it's
Yeah.
so like it's so time capsule.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's part of her look. That's
Yeah.
no, she can't. Good
Yeah.
I
thing
mean,
she
even her
can't actually
Barbie
take
has that
back.
look.
I know.
It's important.
Yeah. It
Yeah, I
is.
found when I was watching these, I found a little feature on Christy that ABC did for 1990, maybe it's 89 nationals, and it showed her like running around the Bay Area with her friends, and she had this huge curled ponytail. It was like she's in like a faded leather jacket. She
So
was this
cool.
cool girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
She also won the 1990 Goodwill Games with her Swan Lake free skate. That was her first like international title as a singles skater at the senior level. So after that, she decided she was going to focus on singles. She left her pairs partnership, and 2 years later, she won the Olympics. So
Worked out.
Imagine that conversation where you're like finding some
Yeah.
success as a pairs
Mm.
Yeah.
skater, and
yeah,
then you're
Yeah.
like, Rudy, love
Yeah.
you, love
I mean,
you to
it was
bits.
hard on him. Yeah.
Yeah, I can
They,
only imagine.
And the video I found of her doing her Swan Lake free skate, they showed Rudy in the crowd, and they managed to get a shot of him like flicking his wrist, like as he was like gesturing to her. It was just this little clip. Yeah. Anyway,
It's funny that that's a Christie program and it will go on to be like an iconic Rudy
Yeah.
program.
Yes, indeed. Okay. So before we get to Rudy, I want to talk about Oksana Bayul.
I have all day.
Oksana Bayul is the Swan Queen
Yes.
of the 1990s. She did the 1994 or 93-94 Olympic season short program. She was Black Swan from Swan Lake, and she had a
Mhm.
big feathered hairpiece, like headband, costume, a fluffy skirt that looked like a tutu. Her exhibition program was The Swan by Camille Saint-Saëns, and she had a white costume, so then she was the White Swan. Not Swan Lake music, but theme.
Mhm.
And then in her professional career, she kept the white costume and did an Odette Swan Lake program. But her 1994 Olympic short program is unbelievable to watch.
Unbelievable. It's
Like,
nobody comes close
No.
to the way that
No.
she could skate.
yes.
Nobody is like a ballerina on
Yeah.
ice. Like Sasha Cohen is so beautiful to watch, but
The
Oksana
movement.
Bayul looks
Yeah.
like she's
Poured
prophetic.
gold. Yeah.
Yes.
Just the movement of her arms and her body is
Her head.
extraordinary. Yes. And the way she would like put her arms up and kind of look to the side. So she starts with like some of the theme from the ballet, and then she gets right into the Odile section. And then at the her footwork at the end is when they're doing like the crossing diagonals, which they're doing like she's dancing with Siegfried. And this program is just, oh my God, it's so good. It's extraordinary. She does her Oksana used to do a donut spin, and then she would like put one arm up from it, which was very like her trademark.
Mhm.
The movement is so natural and intuitive. It's just extraordinary.
Nobody still to this day
No.
can move like
Mm-mm.
1990s Oksana Bayul.
Mm-mm.
Nobody's ever like it. She was one
Mhm.
of the best performers of
Yeah.
all time.
All time. And
All
she was
time.
like so like limited in her training. She learned like everything from Zmeyevskaya. She just didn't have any like kind of, I don't know, really foundational basic skating skills. It all just came naturally to her. Yeah,
Annoying.
I know.
To be that
she has this-
talented, ugh,
I know. It is
Ugh.
really. She had this big smile and like this running choreographic steps as like the music picks up. But she was second in this short program because she 2-footed her triple lutz
Mhm.
relatable.
behind Nancy Kerrigan. Yes.
And she doesn't give a shit when she lands it on 2 feet. She acts like
No.
she landed the first quadruple lutz.
yeah,
That's what I love most
Yeah.
about her, though.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Her jumps were so high too. She does a double axel that's like,
And she was the fastest skater I've ever been on the ice with. Like flying, barreling down the ice and at like such reckless speed that I've never seen in my life. Like it's reckless the way that because she really does have like kind of no technique.
Yeah.
And the only way that she can do the jumps when she's this young is like through the momentum of skating so fucking fast and being a bird.
Being a swan.
Yeah. And
being at the lake.
She used this like swan imagery and these choreography throughout her professional career. She's probably still doing it right now somewhere. I'm sure she still has all of her headpieces. I thought it was interesting too that Oksana really had this sort of duality in her personality and her like public image in the 90s as well, because there was very much a dark side to her that came out later that we saw.
Oh my God.
No, not Spago.
Odette?
Not Spago. DUI.
Yeah, I was like,
crazy
other famous
stories from
restaurant out
Champions
here.
on Ice. Yeah. Coins flying out of her jacket, etc.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm helping her pick them up. Ari's in the car getting a DUI with her.
She was just into the music.
Yeah.
It wasn't her fault. It was Madonna's.
Swan Lake was playing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the next notable Swan Lake from the 90s was Alexei Urmanov had a Swan Lake free skate in 1995. This was the year Matthew Bourne's Swan Lake came out. I don't know if he was inspired by that or not, but this program is interesting because he is the Swan. Urmanov he's in this huge billowy shirt. One arm is white feathers, the other arm is black feathers, and he is doing swan arms the whole time. And it's
exhausting.
It's an interesting role reversal. Like, you're the swan?
Yeah, not the prince.
Yeah.
He's like, no, my dad's a magician. What do you want me to be?
Yeah.
My dad's an evil magician.
I mean, in the bodysuit he had on with these fluffy, like feathered arms, it was
oh my God, this is not aerodynamic.
No, I mean,
not at
his
all.
first triple axel in the program I pulled from Worlds, he is like horizontal in the air. Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's a wingsuit.
Wait.
Like he could be one of those Red Bull guys jumping off of a cliff.
Wingsuit
100%. The one thing about
flying
he could
squirrel.
parasail. He could parasail.
the one thing about Alexei Mashin's students from the late 90s and early 2000s is that he wanted them all to be like non-binary.
Yeah.
Because they do not live in the binary. That is not a men's costume. It is not a woman's costume. It is their costume.
It's a they them costume.
Yeah.
1000%.
Happy Pride Month, everyone.
Yeah. Happy Pride.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. He seems to be like a lore horse heavy hitter because he was in our Bolero.
Talk about him again on Thursday.
I bet we will.
Or Manov.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't wait to see what aerodynamic less costume we have to talk about in the next piece
Oh
of
God,
music.
it's worse than that.
Oh yeah, that's nothing. He's hoping that something will catch wind with that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and then the last minute of this program is still Tchaikovsky, but it's from Tchaikovsky's Romeo and Juliet ballet.
Oh no.
But he's still doing the swan arms to it.
Yeah.
It just must have worked, Yeah.
Sure.
Or did it? It must have.
Yeah. And this program was not that, I thought it was a decently choreographed program. It wasn't that successful for him. He was fourth at this Worlds after fourth being the year before. He actually never got back on the world podium. I think he was only on it in 93. Okay. So that takes us to 1996. So in 1996, the U.S. championships are in San Jose, California. And San Jose native, born and raised, Rudy Galindo decides that in 1995, he's like, I'm not going to quit skating, even though the U.S. skating community doesn't appreciate my style and they don't reward me and they don't like me. I'm going to keep skating and I'm going to skate at home. And just to have this one kind of, showing what he's capable of performance in his hometown. So Rudy Galindo was always kind of criticized for being like too balletic and not masculine enough. So he decided to skate to Swan Lake and portray the evil sorcerer Baron von Rothbart.
I love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and he uses
When
a
you can't be
very
masculine, be evil.
an evil
Be
wizard.
I was gonna
magic.
say when you can't be masculine, be gay.
Yeah. Yeah. So this cut of the music is he uses is very accurate to the ballet. It's like a piece that Von Rothbart like walks out to, and he has a lot of like the Von Rothbart pieces in it. And then he hired a jazz dancer to do his choreography. Her name was Charlene Frankie.
Ginyard.
Yeah.
Anna
Yeah.
Sherbakova was around in 1877, and Charlene Guignard was around
was
in
in
1995.
San Jose in
Yeah.
95.
She was actually alive, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. 'cause
Probably,
she's in
yeah.
her 30s, so yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't have the chinchilla yet though.
Ugh,
That would come
that's
later.
important.
Yeah.
Different
Another
lore.
lore for another day.
So Rudy skated really well in the short program, but he was in third. And the crowd was like not happy about it. They were grouchy about it. He drew to skate last in the free skate. And he goes out to start this program. And Dick Button is calling this for ABC with
Oh, no.
Terry Gannon and Brian Boitano. And Dick is like fully locked in. And you can tell
Yeah.
Terry's like, he's ready. He's ready for some drama too. He's like, let's go. So Rudy opens with this glorious triple axel, triple toe. Dick calls it the best movement in this competition.
Oh my!
And then-
high praise.
Yeah, Dick was like on one. About
He was
this.
he was locked and loaded.
Effusive.
It's when you
Yeah.
listen to this program, it's like, oh, Dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm blushing, Dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rudy landed 8 clean triple jumps, including 2 triple triples. He was like foot perfect in this program. He had these glorious spin positions. He was so excited at the end. He was like jumping out of his skin. He waved at someone in the crowd as he was like going by. And the noise, even on this like old YouTube video, the crowd noise was electric. It's just growing and growing and growing and growing. He ends with this incredible layback into an upright spin. It's just like in the crowd. Awesome. Incredible finish. Terry Gannon says on the air, everyone in the building is on their feet, including me and Dick Button. He didn't mention Brian Boitano. I presume Brian stood up too. But and as Rudy's in the kiss and cry getting his scores, the crowd is chanting 6, 6, 6, 6. And Rudy like skated last. So if he, you'd think he would know when the scores came up if he went into first. But there was this weird thing about like, even if he goes into first when his numbers come up, they have to like officially ratify it. So you have like an extra step to wait for. So his artistic scores come up and he gets 2 6.0s. And Dick Button calls out the judges who gave them. One of them is Marlo Nelson from Tulsa. No idea
Live
who
in
that is.
infamy. Live
Yeah,
in
couldn't find his
infamy.
name. The other one is from Lori Parker,
Wow.
who's still involved with U.S. figure skating today. I was like, Lori. Yeah.
Okay, so the other judges didn't give him 6s?
No,
but
they
those-
gave him 5 8s and 5
but
9s.
those
But his
two
scores
gave
are very
him the
high.
6-0.
Yep. He
Okay.
goes into first place, and we're all like excited, waiting. And then it's like ratified. And he's like freaking out the whole time. But he and his sister is there coaching him. I'll get on in with that in a second. But his sister is there with him in the kiss and cry. So it's ratified. He wins at age 26. He is the oldest men's champion in 70 years. The oldest ever to win, who was the 70 years before him, is a guy named Chris Christensen, who won at age 51 in 1926.
Whoa.
So
there's
keep
still
that in
time.
mind.
Okay.
Keep that
Oh
in
my
mind,
God.
considering all the age shaming Ashley got. She could
Yeah.
still win now, and she wouldn't even
Fuck
be
all
close.
y'all. I wouldn't even
Yeah.
be close.
I have been on record on this podcast encouraging both Ashley and Adam to make competitive returns if
Mhm.
and when they see fit.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
they've
think
also been
there's
on this
still time
podcast
for them.
age shaming me.
Call
Yeah.
me at 47 and let's see how
Yeah.
I'm feeling.
You and I are going to be dancing. Our knees can't handle this.
You be Odile, I'll be Odette, and Sarah will be Sophie von Trappenberger.
He's Sophie von, and then Sophie can play the Baron by
Yes.
that point.
And you can just
Um,
coach us.
Yeah, I'll
Michelle will
be
be
your coach.
choreographer.
And composer.
So Rudy is also the first Mexican American U.S. champion, and he's the first openly gay U.S. champion ever. Do you know who the second
Amazing.
is?
Adam.
Adam Rippon.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it took a while.
Aw,
Mhm.
it did.
I
It took
guess I did not realize that.
20
Well,
years.
I mean, it
Yeah,
makes
20
sense,
years.
but
96. Yeah.
There was a pair skater who won a couple years before you, whose partner would always tell us openly, "Oh, his boyfriend's coming to nationals," and so
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
realize if he was out or not. But I guess he was not out. I don't know if he's out even yet. But I
Yeah.
double checked. Nowhere to be found. Adam has the title. You're the
but
number
whoever
2.
they are,
Good. Stay
they
in the
have a
closet,
boyfriend.
bitch.
They had a boyfriend at one
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure number 3 is Timothy LeDuc.
Yeah, that sounds.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Mhm.
And then I think Amber.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, is
yeah, that'd be
Amber?
right.
Yes, that's
Mhm.
correct.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Amber won her titles after Beijing.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
Rudy then went on to win bronze at Worlds, and then he retired. So I mentioned he was coached by his sister here, Laura Galindo Black, and she was with him. He was very close with his family, and his family like really sacrificed everything for him to skate. His father made a lot of financial sacrifices to help his career. His sister Laura would drive him to practice before she was even old enough to have a driver's license. And Laura kind of put her career on hold in order to support Rudy, and she acted as his coach through this season. So Rudy's father, Jess, he was always at the boards in a cowboy hat, encouraging Rudy. And Rudy said he didn't know what was going on in skating. He just knew that I was good. And the family lived in a mobile home in East San Jose. So he grew up in a mobile home in a trailer park, and they were never able to afford a home because they spent so much on skating. So in the years leading up to this win, this nationals, Rudy had 4 major deaths in his life, and 3 of them were AIDS related. His pairs coach, Jim Hulick, who paired him with Christy Yamaguchi, he died of AIDS-related cancer in 1989. His father, Jess Galindo, who I mentioned, he was a truck driver. He died of a heart attack in 1993 following like a series of strokes. The next year, Rudy's older brother, George, died of AIDS. That was in 94. And then in 1995, another coach that he worked with, Rick Inglesi, died of AIDS. So
oh my God.
going
Wow.
into this nationals, he was chanting their names: Jim, Jess, George, Rick. He also talked about, so in the season, the 93-94 season, he was training and competing. He said, for 8 months, I drove George to the hospital every day. I carried him to the bath and I changed his diapers. I got numb to all the suffering around me, numb even to death itself. Nothing got through to me except skating in the morning. It was my only release.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And like I mentioned, he was always criticized and judged harshly. And he claimed it was because American judges disliked his unmasculine balletic style of skating. And he came out in 1996, right before nationals, in a book by Christine Brennan called Inside Edge. So he had come out right before this nationals performance. And Christine publicly disagreed with his statement about him not being rewarded because the judges didn't like his style and thought it was unmasculine. And she said he didn't win because he just wasn't good enough. And she predicted he wouldn't ever win a national title. And
Oh boy.
She said, but let me write a book for you.
yeah, and let you come out in my book. Yeah, and Rudy took off like after 95 nationals. He took off 8 months completely off just to kind of deal with the grief and everything he was going through. And he decided in September, he got back on the ice and decided to come back to skating, to compete at home in San Jose, and to be able to compete in front of his mom, who at that point, because of her health, wasn't traveling anymore. So she got to be there in the building, seeing him skate live. Yeah. And of all programs I'm going to mention today or ever on any podcast, like this is the one everyone needs to watch. It's incredible. It's electric.
It's magical.
Yeah.
It's Black Swan in a multicolored dress. Magical.
Yeah. Yeah. He cursed that fucking swan. He cursed her princess.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. And we're on his side. Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Dick
this
Button
case,
broke the curse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dick Button welcomed him to the ethereal plane
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yes, he
with
did.
Lori Parker.
Yes, he did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
I know the next time I
ethereal.
see Lori, I'm going to be like, well done. Good for you.
No, when you
Um,
said that, I was like, I thought you were saying that she was one of 2 people who didn't give him 6.0s.
No, she
And I
gave
was
him
like,
one.
come on, Lori.
Yeah.
No, she was on
Oh,
the
Lori-
she's on
right
the right side of history.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Lori's mom was a judge too, and if you ever see that, like, there's a famous photo of Tanya Harding with her boot up on the boards at the '94 Olympics, like crying about her boot. You can
Lori's
see
mom?
Lori's mom as one of
Yeah.
the judges. She's in front of, like, looking at her like, oh my God.
Adam, did you know that?
Yes.
Mhm. Lori's
was a
posted
judge
it
and
on,
she-
on Facebook. Yeah.
I think her mom would go on to be like a team leader for the Olympic Games too.
And Lori was one for Vancouver.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This woman in red?
Yeah, that's the blonde lady.
Oh, that
Mhm.
looks like Lori Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah. The woman in
She-
blue.
Not that. She looks like Lori Parker.
Yeah. 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 So that's Rudy. There were a few more Swan Lakes in the 90s. Our favorite Italian ice dance team, Barbara Fusarpoli and Maurizia Margalio, had a Swan Lake
Yes.
original dance in 2000 or in 99. They did the Swan Lake Pas de Deux. I found a video of it. It was a little bit frantic, which I think was kind of their style. Yeah, no accidents though. They did it fine. The next one I really
once.
want to talk about is 99-2000 season defending world champion Maria Bucherskaya of Russia.
I love it.
She's dressed Swan Lake free skate. She's dressed like a feather duster from Beauty and the Beast. It's like a black dress with white feathers that increase as you go down. Like, you know that character and like the lamp is in love with her, or the candlestick?
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
that girl. That's who she looks like.
I knew exactly who you meant when you said a feather duster from Beauty and the Beast.
Right.
I was with you.
Oh my God, she does.
Uh-huh.
It's so important to me as a visual learner, Michelle, when you
see.
describe the outfits.
Yeah.
So continue, but she really
Ashley,
does
show
look
it
like
to the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should
Show it.
show us, Ashley.
Because I
It
remember
popped up really quick.
loving it.
Mhm.
She looks
Mhm.
like the slutty feather duster from.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, 100.
This
She's in
can't
love with
be
a
it.
candlestick.
It can't be this though.
Show
Is it? It's not this.
No, that's like
No,
one of her show
no.
program dresses. But Shizuka
And she just
actually
loved
has
black and white.
Shizuka has a Swan Lake costume similar to that. We'll get to that.
Yes. Oh my God.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
there you
Oh,
go.
yeah. Yep.
Uh-huh.
And if anybody loved, like, nobody loved black and white. If Maria Bucherskaya loved black and white, the only thing she loved more was a spaghetti strap.
Oh yeah.
Everything. Like, it's the most important day of her life. She's like, spaghetti strap.
Yeah.
Like, she will not
Right.
go
She's like,
anywhere.
so
There we go.
risky.
Yeah,
Look
like,
at the way she's
also-
holding her head. I
mean,
loved her.
stop.
The
I loved her.
delusional confidence.
She
She's
couldn't
holding
straighten
her head
she
like she
skated-
knows how beautiful she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly. No, she's holding her head like she knows she's skating on 2 wooden peg legs, like Jack
matter.
and Sparrow.
Yeah.
Those are the names of her legs. They
Yeah.
did not bend, but they did not break,
Yeah.
and that's what's important. I loved her.
Yeah.
They
I
did not
loved
bend
Maria.
or break.
You are a Maria Bucherskaya diehard.
Truther.
Anytime she
Truther,
comes
yeah.
up, you glow.
Have
People
you
cat
ever
her away.
talked about her with Tara? Tara's afraid of her, like mortally afraid for her life.
Really?
Because
See?
I mean, this is Tara's story, but I'll paraphrase. As Bucherskaya was taking the ice in Nagano, she skated after Tara and she was trying to focus and she heard Tara screaming. And then she didn't skate that well because Tara screamed a lot when she got her scores. And she
Mhm.
blamed her mistakes on Tara and she was pissed. And
Mhm.
Tara was like, I'm happy about my Olympic gold medal, but I'm terrified of this. And I'm going to be very careful going
That's
forward.
And I'm gonna celebrate a lot quieter the next
Yeah.
time.
I'd
From
be
now
scared of her
on.
too.
It's giving Pogo vibes a little bit.
Mhm. Oh yeah,
Well, isn't there, like,
Bucherskaya is the true mother of Pogo.
Yes,
100%.
absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Her body was a little
absolutely.
less. It was stronger. She didn't break as easily, but
She was a cat, like a
mhm,
feral cat.
mhm.
And Pogorelaya was more of like a rescue dog.
Right. A cat that got lost to the streets, but was
Like a
used
cat
to-
that like couldn't like a declawed.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a good
there you
point.
go.
They're because they are both like cat like
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the way that they present themselves. They're both two of the most beautiful people who've like ever graced this earth. Like
100%.
two of the most
And the
gorgeous.
rigidity of their limbs.
And
Yes.
Bucherskaya had her full claws. And she could grab it. If she was thrown at a tree, she'd be on it.
Yeah.
Pogorelaya, she'd go, those
She'd
claws.
try
they
to
would have been-
grab. There's no
and
claws.
no claws.
She'd just slip.
Yeah, she's a declawed cat.
Yeah.
She's thrown at the tree, and it's like nothing comes out because they
Yeah.
cut it at the nail bed.
Yeah. I
Right
truly have it written in my outline. Incredible. She landed triple jumps on these wooden legs. I mean, every
It's
time I
like-
see her, I'm just like, wow.
No,
So-
it's like, did
Yeah.
a doctor write you a note saying it's okay to write on to skate on 2 prosthetics? Like,
Russian media is going to be picking this conversation up, and the translation is not going in anyone's favor.
whatever.
For the record, we're fans. We mean this in
Yeah.
an
For the record,
entirely complimentary
I'm
way.
a defender.
Yeah.
A
That's
truther.
she's O'Tunnel 1999
Oh.
Worlds is one of my always watch programs.
Yeah.
That's one of
She
my
deserved
favorite
that
programs.
title.
Yeah, of course she did. Fuck Kwan.
Yeah.
With her short little hair.
Yeah.
Grow it out, put it in a bun, move to St. Petersburg, put it in a bun, and
Yeah.
get yourself straight, Kwan.
I mean, like, you know how Ashley may have complained a little bit about the friendliness of the competitors in the women's
Yeah, of
event in
course.
recent season. Bucherskaya was the complete opposite of that. Like, she would cut anyone. Like, she did not care. And that bloodthirstiness, that bloodlust was so satisfying to watch as a viewer at home.
As
I
a
don't know, it
viewer,
was healthy, but
think, like women out for blood
Mhm.
can be entertaining, and that is problematic to even say, and I will recognize
Yeah.
that.
It's
Yeah.
hard not to root for a woman out for blood, though.
It's hard not to root for a woman who would eventually be like, "Where are my keys?" and then look at her car and see it explode.
I'll get to that. That happened this season.
Wait, what?
Wait, this is the Swan Lake season.
Yes. So, okay, her Swan Lake program. There's not a ton of swan in the program. There's a few
No.
swan poses and moments,
Yeah,
but it's just a lot of kind of lurchy skating.
it's mostly
And-
lake.
Yeah. It does the pose
Like, let's go
and
to
then
the lake.
drops
Like-
it and lurches into a jump. Like, it's, yeah. This is the opposite of Oksana Bayul.
Oh,
So this season, on December 23rd, 1999, Bucherskaya drives home from practice, parks outside her apartment. She's going inside to like get her stuff together to go to Russian Nationals, which you know is always on Christmas weekend. She looks out, yeah, her car explodes. Her brand new BMW blows up. And people nearby said that they saw 2 men running away from it right before it blew up. And at the time in Russia, there'd been a series of these like attacks on high profile sports figures. I think she was the first figure skater this happened to. And she said, I don't see any other reason for it than jealousy, pure human jealousy. So that was her new BMW. She goes to nationals anyway, and she's like, didn't rattle me. I don't care. She wins the short program at nationals.
I love her.
Yeah. But then she lost the free skate
Shit.
to Arina Slutskaya and lost
Ugh.
overall. And that was the end of her 5-year streak of national titles. She never won another one. And Arina Slutskaya came in and took over.
Took
You know what's
over.
crazy is that she
Mhm.
doesn't blame the guy who bombed her car to smithereens, but she blames Lipinski.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Right. Car bomb easier to
Whatever.
get over.
Well,
than
Lipinski's an
screaming
American,
kids.
so
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
um,
Her biggest weakness.
so at 93 Worlds, she I think she won the short program. She did really well, but she just needed to beat Michelle Kwan in the free skate, and she was not able to. And she finished 3rd overall. She had 2 Salchows in her free skate, and she messed up both of them.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
yes, but she
In-
won a medal. She was
In
3rd.
2003.
2000 Worlds.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. She
Yeah,
did
she did win the
compete-
short program.
Yeah, she won the
She
short,
was
and then
leading after qualifying short,
Mhm.
and that's it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she did keep competing, and she was in Salt Lake City, but yeah, was not really in medal contention there.
And I actually I remember because Michelle Kwan was, I
Mhm.
think, in 3rd after the short,
mhm,
but she needed extra help
yeah,
because she was behind either Bucherskaya or Slutskaya in
Mhm.
qualifying.
mhm,
And I think it was Slutskaya 1, Kwan 2, and then
Yeah.
another group was Bucherskaya 1.
Mhm.
And so Bucherskaya had 1-1, and
Yeah.
Kwan had 2-3,
Yeah.
and Slutskaya had 2-2. So she
Yeah.
needed help.
I had it wrong. She only needed to beat Slutskaya in the free skate to win a second world title. So if she had beaten
Yes.
Slutskaya and lost to Kwan, she still would have won.
Yes.
But those damn
Damn.
sow cows.
They'll get you.
Yeah.
Adam,
They
if I had
really
a
will.
brain like yours,
Hmm.
I mean, I can't even do that. I don't remember any
Like-
of those competitions.
But these are
Isn't
my
that
like
women.
formative years. These are my
Yeah.
formative years.
It's
and I
all
remember
about how
from
old
I
you
don't
lore.
were
remember
when you watched them.
anything
That's
like
true.
that in my formative years.
Oh, I remember every skating. I could like probably give you a jump rundown of like how things went at individual
That's
Grand Prix.
I believe it. That's amazing.
Ashley, you remember watching Tara compete in Nagano?
Honestly, I don't.
No, she
But I
speaks
know
about it
it's
like
a
it's
big
like
part of my story.
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
I
have
don't
terrible
remember
memory.
watching Tara.
I do. I was so
'cause
happy she won. I
I
was a Lipinski truther because I didn't think Michelle Kwan's programs were difficult enough. And everybody shamed me for it. And they still do. And I still fight with
They
Jackie
still
Wong
do.
about this to this day. So
Do you really?
Mhm. I told him on the Rocker Pod we should do an episode where we fight about Kwan versus Lipinski.
fist
I-
fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will tune in.
He
I
hasn't taken
mean-
me up on that yet, but
Michelle will fight anyone about this.
I mean, it kills me. They would go like, "Oh, Michelle Kwan, look at her triplets. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so light." Takes off from an inside edge, lands like at least a quarter short, and then Tara comes down there. Look at her inside edge. That's called a flutz, ladies and gentlemen. And it's like, come on, God. Anyway,
Yeah.
anyway,
Well,
anyway.
you were a
someone's gonna
big
put hit
roller
on me.
skater, a big roller skating girl. You liked that technique of
I did.
wham it down,
Yeah.
smash it into the air. It doesn't
Oh,
matter.
yeah.
Land backwards.
I liked a clean program with lots of really difficult tech in it.
Hmm.
You still do.
I still do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Drugs or
Still
no
Feels very
drugs,
rough.
it still does it for me.
Deal or no deal?
Yeah.
I mean, one of the biggest fights Michelle and I ever had was Zagitova versus Wakaba Higuchi at 2017
Okay, I was
Cup
wrong
of
there.
China.
I'm sorry. I take that back entirely. I know I was wrong. I admit it. But every other
You were
argument
wrong.
about women's figure skating, okay, I'm on board. But
Okay.
yes, that was anyway. Okay. Let's talk about Sasha. So
This is a big one.
Sasha Cohen, after falling in her free skate at the Olympics in 2002, she and her whole family left coach John Nix and they moved to Simsbury, Connecticut to train with Tatiana Tarasova. The season after that, so she does a season with Tarasova. The next season, 2003, 2004. She starts the season, she's still with Tarasova. She starts the season at this made-for-TV event, the 2003 Campbell's International Classic at Madison Square Garden. And this
Whoa.
place is sold. And she does this free skate to Swan Lake. And as far as I've seen, this is like the closest that Sasha ever came to doing like a clean free skate.
Not true. She'll do it at the end of this season.
Doesn't she fall in a spin at the end, right? No? Okay.
It's at another cheese fest.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's never worlds or nationals.
It's like the
a
Carrie
cheese fest.
Lotion Classic.
Yeah. Okay.
It's always it has to the main prize needs to be either like a Hershey Kiss or a bar of lotion.
Deodorant.
Yeah.
She'll never do it for a Grand Prix.
She doesn't
Yeah.
want it
But-
for money or medals. She's
Yeah.
in
She
it
wants
for
it
the
for-
hygiene products.
Yeah.
Yeah. For feminine hygiene.
So this program is like so beautiful. I can't even like tell you what happened in it. Every position is exquisite. It is like unbelievably beautiful that the human body can even make these shapes. Like, and that she can just do them. And Dick Button once again is commentating on this. He is breathless. He just cannot get over how gorgeous the spirals and the spin positions, and even her like she had a little bit weird jump technique, but even her like air position on these jumps is just glorious. And this event, she gets her scores at the end. There's only 5 judges made for TV. This is the first time in her career she beats Michelle Kwan
Mhm.
on
All right.
ABC. at a cheese fest. She beats her. Sasha went on to win 3 separate Grand Prix events this fall. She does Skate Canada, Skate America, and Trophy La Ligue, wins them all, goes to the final, finishes second behind Fumie Seguri. And then she decides to, in December, leave Tatiana Tarasova and go to Robin Wagner. And the reason she cites for this is that Tarasova's failing health. So she goes to Robin Wagner, but I think Robin Wagner was like coaching in Hackensack, but like living in Long Island. So Sasha moves into Robin Wagner's house, commutes with her 2.5 hours each way to the rink. Her family, meanwhile, moved with her to Simsbury. They're still in Simsbury. This whole thing is weird.
Wait, what? So her family's living in Simsbury. She's living in Long Island, and they're training in Hackensack.
Yes.
Yes.
And she's like my age, so she was like 19 or 20 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
She's an adult. She can get an apartment, but she's living with Robin Wagner. Okay. She'd visit her family on weekends. And Robin Wagner made some tweaks and like music edits to the program before Worlds. I still think the best version is the original Tarasova that is just like completely built around Sasha being unbelievable. There's this one spin where she does a scratch spin and she pulls in like this with her arm, and Dick Button is like, "Oh my, look at that. Look at that." It's
he
incredible.
acted like she reinvented the wheel.
Yeah, like it was the first Bielman he's ever seen in his life. Like he was blown away.
He couldn't, and it was just Tarasova. This is like some of Tarasova's best work because you could tell she was just so fascinated by the way that Sasha could move.
Yeah,
where she challenged her to do things that were like not pretty princess, but Sasha made them beautiful. And the Robin Wagner version is really more of like a tailored, stripped down version of like, let's just make you as pretty princess as possible.
Yeah.
And it's still beautiful. It's still Sasha. But the first version of this program is like, what's happening? Like it's a masterpiece.
Yeah. Yeah. Tarasova does amazing work when she's inspired. And So then Sasha went to Worlds with the Robin Wagner version of this program, and she won her first ever world medal, a silver, behind Shizuka Arakawa and ahead of Michelle Kwan. So she beat Michelle internationally at Worlds this year too. Didn't beat her at Nationals, but she beat her at Worlds. And then she stayed with Wagner until December of 2004 and then left her and went back to John Nix. So she likes to make a change mid-season. Which is, I think, odd, but even it's less odd than Shizuka Arakawa, who likes to make a coaching change 2 weeks before major international competition. So that takes me to Shizuka Arakawa. 2004 Worlds. She also had a Swan Lake program this season. It was a short program, and this is a Nikolai Morozov program. So Nikolai did the choreography while Shizuka was training with Richard Callahan. And like early March, she leaves him and goes to Tarasova. Goes to Worlds, wins.
Within like Sasha Cohen is like, I'm leaving, and Shizuka is like, oh, I'll buy a ticket. It's
so Tarasova,
I need a coach to take me to my next event.
Sasha leaves Tarasova in December, cites her health. Tarasova goes home to Russia, goes to Russian nationals, Europeans, comes back to Connecticut. Shizuka comes to her.
Okay.
Incredible.
Yeah. Bizarre.
And also at this point, Shizuka has been like a complete non-threat internationally.
Yeah. Shizuka went to Richard Callahan in spring 2003, right before 2003 Worlds, which was her first Worlds since 1998. And she finished 8th there. I found her old ABC bio. I was like, this has to be a mistake. We only put 2 years of Worlds. No, she wasn't assigned.
Wow.
So this Swan Lake short program that Nikolai gave her is cool. It's like a very modern musical version. It's like clearly like there's other music and then Swan Lake is mixed into it. It's like almost a jazzy arrangement, but it has like these buildups and power. And Shizuka had such a cool, like Shizuka's so beautiful. She had the coolest costume. It's like a white blazer with like shoulder feathers, and then the bottom was black. It was very modern and interesting. And she had a beautiful spiral sequence. I miss spiral sequences. I'm sorry.
Shizuka Arakawa is one of my favorite skaters of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam used to do her step sequences in his own programs.
You and that, who's that skater? She used the name Erica. They used the name Erica at Nationals this year, but I believe
YN.
they used a different name.
YN.
Yes, YN.
Mhm.
YN is obsessed with Shizuka, to the point where she like they went back to skating to skate more because they were so into her and learning her choreography.
I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Relatable for Adam.
Completely.
This Shizuka costume is also lots of drag. Like,
Oh
look at
yeah.
that.
No, it's so
Whoa.
cool. It's
Wait,
cool.
what?
You should see it when it's like stationary. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because it's really impactful and it's very cool. It
Yeah,
is
the only one
drag.
that's coming up is like really
Yeah.
not enough
That's
contrast.
the world's
but it's
one.
very cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. So Peggy Fleming was very complimentary of her in this program. She said that there's more emotion in her skating, more expression. And Shizuka came in like a hurricane. She finished second in the short program behind Sasha Cohen doing Malagueña, one of the greatest short programs or performances ever. Blows you away every time you see it. But then she won the free skate and won overall. And Shizuka was the world champion.
Yeah. She came in like a bat out of hell. In the qualifying round, she does 2 triples in the free skate. Like I feel like she wins her qualifying round and Cohen wins the other.
Mm-hmm.
But she came in here. It was like, okay, bat out of fucking hell.
We at ABC, I had this cool producer, Pat Lowry, who like managed all of figure skating, and she's like a football person. And the first year they put her on figure skating, she has no idea what's going on. And we would always, I wasn't on it yet, but ABC would always do like a poll, like a, what do you call it? A pool to guess who the winner was. And she picked Shizuka Arakawa because she liked her name, and no one else picked Shizuka. And then Pat won. And she's like,
So they
this
all thought
pretty
she's
fun.
a genius. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a savant.
Yeah. So that takes me to the next Nikolai Morozov Swan Lake program. 2007-8, Daisuke Takahashi.
Unreal.
Nikolai took that like modern Swan Lake idea, and then he got some Russian DJ to put an edit together for him that is like a hip hop Swan Lake. It has like the main like theme from Swan Lake, but then this really interesting like drum and bass sound. And at the time, men had 2 full step sequences in their short program. And both of these step sequences are hip hop dancing. And Daisuke took 2 months of daily classes at Broadway Dance Center in Manhattan to learn this. And Adam, were you there every day watching him practice this?
Yes, and we would go to the Broadway Dance Center together and take classes. And I was like, I remember being like in a space where Nikolai was working on the music with the DJ.
Oh,
and
cool.
so he wanted to work on, so they basically like the way that Nikolai would put the program together is he focused on the step sequences first. So he made sure that the step sequences could be made for, and also at this time, the rules are no jumping bonuses in the second half. So the idea is that like they'll do whatever the fuck for the first minute and get all the jumps done. And then they'll just focus on all the choreography that needs to be done in the second half. So everything, that program was made completely from the back, then to the front.
Cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it was kind of like boring watching these men's short programs from this world. I went back recently and was watching some of them. Every single one, 3 jumps and then program.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. You had to go down until like the lower levels where they had, or like the lower rankings where you had like some of the random European skaters who would be like, oh, I'm going to do a spin before I do my last jump. And it was like, oh, somebody's being creative.
Right. But the programs were so difficult, like element. There's so much to be thrown in there that like the only way to skate a clean program was to do all 3 jumps first.
Yeah. So in this program, Daisuke, it was so like casual and relaxed when he did his jumps. He just was like, all right, I'm just going to do these. It was like there was no setup. And that sort of became like a signature style of his, and that there was not a lot of setup. He would just sort of do them. And he had so much buzz this season over this program. Like from when he first debuted at Skate America, it was like huge. Everyone was talking about it. He had this phenomenal season. It was very groundbreaking. He won both of his Grand Prix events. He was second at the final. He won Japanese nationals. He won 4 continents. But then he kind of bombed at Worlds. He messed up his triple axel in this short program, and he had lots of mistakes in his free skate, and he finished 4th overall off the podium. Still no world medal, or no world medal here. And he left Nikolai Morozov at the end of the season. And Morozov made a comment saying he could no longer coach Daisuke due to problems with Takahashi's new agent, which I think is now we know is kind of BS. Yeah. But yeah.
I'm not picking up on something here.
What are you not picking up?
Oh, you probably haven't read Adam's memoir.
I mean, I have a while ago. I just don't know what the BS you're referring to is.
Oh, Nikolai got bored of working with Takahashi and sent him away and asked for a different Japanese skater, and then he got Nobunari Oda.
Oh.
And it felt like retribution for Daisuke kind of imploding at Worlds.
Ah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, if it was
Got
a
it.
little bit like kind of like, well, you'll never do like the
Yeah.
what do I know? Do you know what I mean? But the impression of like how it felt was like, well, you couldn't do it. Let me get somebody who can.
Okay. Damn.
And
that's harsh.
it was then, and I think that's again like, what do I know? Like I was around, but my
Mhm.
general impression is kind of the same impression anybody might have from the outside looking in. Of like it felt like, okay, maybe I should like take this elsewhere. And so
Got it. Okay.
Daisuke was always skating with his like Japanese coach. She would very often be in the United States there as well. So like what he never left her.
Utaku Nagamitsu.
Yes. And so when he left Nikolai, he just moved back to Japan.
He just
with
stayed
her.
with his. Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He was second at 2007 Worlds in Japan. So then him being 4th the next year, plus having this amazing season, it was like a big disappointment. Like he was going there to win. And if he had skated well, he probably would have. If Jeff Buttle won that one. So yeah. Yeah. It was an incredible program. And he wore a full body velvet onesie. As he often did, but it was great.
What else would you wear?
In 2008, nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Give me my pajamas or give me death.
Or
As
give me
somebody
the
who wore their-
ethereal.
give me the earthly realm.
Yeah. So then 2008, Carolina Costner had a Lori Nickel Black Swan program. She skated it for 2 competitions. I thought it was a good program. I loved
it.
Her movement in it. It was beautiful. She didn't look comfortable in it in the version I saw. And then she said she didn't feel comfortable. So she quickly dumped it, went back to her free skate from the year before. But
So she was portraying the Black
Odile.
Swan in this.
Yes.
But it wasn't a quote unquote Black Swan program yet because the movie wasn't
Correct.
out yet.
Black Swan isn't. She was Odile. The movie wasn't out yet. This is 2008, and she had kind of a weird season. This is the season where she imploded at Worlds, finished 12th. She didn't land one clean triple in her free skate.
Oh yeah.
And then Italy had one spot for Vancouver, and then Valentina Marquet ended up getting splinched
because she won Italia Nationals.
Yeah,
she beat Carolina at Nationals. But they gave it to Carolina. I remember
she beat her
when Carolina
Europeans
at that LA Worlds.
Yeah,
Carolina was going into her very first jump, which is supposed to be triple flip, triple toe, and she's about to step into the Mohawk, and she has the huge smile on her face, and she's about to step into the Mohawk, and she's like, single flip,
chilling.
I was like. This is somebody who's like losing their mind right now.
Well, she used to do run-throughs with all single jumps, and then came out competition one time. She did all single jumps. It's like that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Once in a while.
Right. You've trained your brain that your run-throughs can include these.
Yeah.
That you're not is these.
Yeah.
Might as well smile.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that season, she left Michael Hoot for Frank Carroll, and she moved to LA. She went back to him eventually.
Yeah.
So then after the Vancouver Olympics in the fall, the movie Black Swan comes out, and everyone on Earth gets Swan Lake Black Swan fever. And that takes
Yeah.
me to the 2011-2012 season. And I want to talk about the free skate by Ashley Wagner to Swan Lake. But see, this was not a Black Swan program. I watched it for the first time in a long time. You used a lot of cuts from the ballet in general. There were Odette cuts. And it was funny because I was watching it thinking maybe she should have worn white. And then at the end, you saw Alyssa Sisney at the boards in like head to toe white lace. And I was like, no. The black is perfect. Beautiful. So this
I would
program,
have never been able to tell you that I was using cuts of music from the original. Not a clue.
yeah, it was all ballet.
Oh,
There was
yeah.
nothing from the movie. You had no movie soundtracks, no
Until-
movie sound effects in it. It was Philip Mills did a great job. Like this was pure
Oh, yeah.
ballet edits. This program was so good. The composition of
Yeah.
it was awesome. I haven't watched this in years. I watched this. I was like, this was great. It was really
Thank
good.
you.
It was really
Yeah.
good. And yeah, I'm very respectful of not putting the movie sound effects in there. We got to those later.
Very respectful.
Yes.
A
And I
purist.
If
love
Ashley is anything, it is respectful.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It's
And
true.
a lot of
Dedicated to pure ballet.
Yeah. If
A lot
it's
of
not
the-
the 1895 version, I don't
I don't
fucking
want
it.
I thought it was so Philip Mills is a ballet dancer. And I thought it was so ingenious that he made distinctive arm movements in this program for this, because Swan Lake is known for like the distinctive arm movements of the swan, but he gave Ashley these movements that were very distinctive, and I think that they were evocative of that transformation and also evocative of like the severity of like the brutality that's displayed in the Black Swan movie. So I feel like that was
Yes.
the Black Swan reference. But it was very unique, and I loved at Nationals this performance of it, and they showed a replay of John Nix in the Kiss and Cry, and he's snapping at her like, yes.
So
That was
cute.
You know, when watching this program,
Mhm.
what I always thought it was that like she is skating to the like, because you only have 4 minutes, you don't have 3 CDs length, you know,
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Of course.
you can't skate
Yeah.
to the Oregon Trail. You only have 4 minutes.
Nobody
Yeah.
has that. It's the clip economy.
Yeah.
Yeah, clip economy. Tchaikovsky knew. Am I right?
Mhm.
And so I always felt that like you would skate,
Mhm.
you were skating to music that was Odette,
Mhm.
but you were the Black Swan.
Mhm.
So
Mm.
I felt like
Yeah.
that's how Philip choreographed it, that
Mhm.
you yourself were always the Black Swan,
Mhm.
even if when you were the White Swan.
Yeah.
Which is kind
Yeah.
of like the way the movie is. Like
Yeah.
the
Yes.
Black Swan is coming out without her
Mhm.
having
Mhm.
any
Well, no,
control
that's
over
why
it.
I just have not. My musical knowledge of the time was 0, and I haven't watched that program back
Yeah.
in so long, and like I'm trying to think of what the music even
Mhm.
sounds like, and I think listening now I'd be able to
Mhm.
recognize that, but of the time, not at all. And I think originally when I went to Philip, he tried so hard. He and I worked so much on like getting this body to move in any kind of a balletic way. And then I think as he started working with me, he realized like, oh, she's the other one.
Mhm.
We got to go the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you
darker.
talk about yourself like
Yeah.
you're a brick wall.
Yeah, you
Who
do.
could put 2 skates on. You always could move, but it's just
Oh my
like you
God,
personally.
program.
Are
Odile
feistier.
definitely has a different, yeah, she has like a feistier way of movement. It's like sensuous and like snappier. And,
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm hugely judgmental, and I absolutely hate when people do Swan Lake programs. They can't do the arms or can't do anything. And I like thought that you
Yes.
did a really good job with
Oh,
that.
thank
Yeah.
you.
We'll get to someone
you.
later who I was.
Speaking
up.
of judgmental,
Mhm. Yeah, Philip Mills did a great job. He did.
Yeah.
He did great. Yeah.
This was great.
Yeah,
fun.
so Ashley won her first U.S. title with this program, and yeah, it was her breakthrough.
It was the
Yeah.
start of it all.
Yeah, I know. I want a GIF of John Nix snapping.
I want to
was
see
funny.
that now.
Yeah.
I
Well,
didn't know I got snapped at.
I'll send you the link from the broadcast.
It'll
but
be
yeah,
in
he was
the-
up in the Kiss and Cry, snapping as you were skating.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I
It'll
love that
be in
man.
this episode's accompanying YouTube playlist.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Just a loop
so-
of John
Snapping.
Nix snapping.
That season, another team, another group of skaters also did a Swan Lake program, but it was very Black Swan with Black Swan music edits. And that was the pair team, Tatiana Velocijar and Maxim Trankov.
Oh, I forgot.
And she was the swan, and she had both black and white in her costumes. And he was absolutely the wizard. I mean,
Of
Max
Oz.
Trankov was so emo with his hair and his like gloomy like look. And he had this black costume with these two big like eye kind of shapes, like feathers that kind of look like eyes on it. It worked great. And he's like bewitching the princess the whole program. Like he's like working it. Yeah, so they won the European title with this program, and this was their first full international season. Because the year before, because Tatiana represented Ukraine, there you go, there you go.
He looks like he's bewitching her in that.
Yes,
yeah.
This
Oh,
is the international sign for bewitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This is their first full international season. So they won Europeans. They come to Worlds, and it's like this whole thing. Like, oh my gosh, are Savchenko and Solkovy do they even have a chance against them? Well, Velocijar Trankov go out and they fall on a death spiral in their short program. So they go into the free skate in 8th. And Trankov blamed the ice because we were in Nice, France. So he blamed the ice. He said, "It is soft in some places, brittle in others. I guess it is okay if you skate right after ice resurfacing. But if you were the last one to skate in the second group, it is quite another story." So they go out and they skate, despite the ice quality, they skate the shit out of this free skate, this Black Swan free skate. And they have all the like spooky sound effects from the movie. It is absolutely triumphant the way they skate this program. Like Tatiana Velocijar, she nails those throw landings.
Yeah.
And I always felt like Trankov in his previous partnership, he was always so gloomy and moody when he was with Maria Mukhortova. It very much felt like he was left out of the story. Like it was about her and Oleg Vasilyev that was coaching them. And he was always like, he just had to cope and like didn't matter. But with Tatiana Velocijar, I don't know if they were dating at this point yet, but they like they were like a unit, they like really like supported each other. And I think she made him feel like he was an important part of the team. Like he skated even better. Yeah, so they did this unbelievable free skate. They set a new personal best. They scored like 140, and they won the free skate. But they lost to Savchenko Solkovy by 0.11.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurts.
11-11, make a wish.
I know. I was gonna say it is a nice number.
It is.
For a bad result.
So the next season, we got another high-profile Swan Lake from Mao Asada. And this is a Tarasova program. So Tarasova brought out Swan Lake from Mao Asada. She had a very dominant season. She won both of her Grand Prix. She won the final. She won 4 continents. But she had a lot of issues in her free skate at Worlds, and she finished 3rd behind Yuna Kim, who won, and Karolina Kostner in 2nd. And Mao was being coached by Nobuo and Kamiko Sato at this point, but she's still going to Tarasova for free skate choreography. And I did not feel watching this that Tarasova was inspired in the same way she was by Sasha Cohen. I felt like it was a lot of slow cuts. It was a very kind of plodding program, like get all the jumps out. And then in the last minute, it's like the upbeat music from when like they're doing the crossing diagonals and like the fireworks and the, then it like picks up in the footwork at the very end. So that's where you see like more of the like Mao, like the lightness and the lift in her countenance.
It's a long time to wait for that though.
Yes. And especially when you're like making mistakes on jumps and
never helps.
Tarasova always gave her like heavier stuff than it made sense for her to be skating.
Yeah.
It was so interesting. Always. She would always give her such heavy music when she's one of the like, I remember watching Mao Asada like on the ice for the first time. It was like, I've never seen anybody look like they're floating like that.
So light.
Yeah.
Champagne bubbles.
She was absolutely champagne bubbles. And for this costume, she was also weighed down in feathers. She had like a V shape in the front, and she was like coated in feathers, like a Muppet level. Like it was.
There's
thick.
2 versions of this costume. One of them is actually gorgeous.
Okay.
I don't think that's the one she wore at Worlds. It was like
no. This is NHK, so she definitely feathered up for the big show.
Yeah. When you get nervous,
as we all
just
do.
keep adding feathers.
Yeah.
So the year after this, we got another high profile Swan Lake, and this one is Nikolai Morozov, and this was by a dance team, and this is like I believe the first Swan Lake that won an
and
Olympic
this is Olympic season.
season.
Yeah,
I think this is the first Swan Lake, at least the first I could find, that won an Olympic gold medal. I don't know, maybe there's more,
Wow.
but this was the first one I could like really find, and it was team gold. So this is Elena Ilinik and Nikita Katsalapov of Russia. I talked a lot about them in the dance floor. They're with Nikolai at this point. They'd been underperforming for many years, and he gave them like a revamp for the Olympic season. And they did this Swan Lake Black Swan program. And Elena Ilinik is in a tutu, like full stiff tutu. And they have the most unique, stunning lift positions in this. They worked with Cirque du Soleil acrobat to develop them. And like, I can tell that Nikolai Morozov's very smart in like packaging. He built this program knowing that this Russian crowd was going to be absolutely feral when they heard this music. And from the moment it starts, the crowd is so, every position they hit, they're just roaring.
Look at this. Look at that.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Well,
No,
I mean,
it
they
was-
have sort of both of those skaters have such like theatric, like ability to do theatrics that it was like perfect to do this like big dramatic version of this.
Yeah. I mean, and
But she eats.
Yeah.
She gets out there with a fucking steak knife.
Yeah.
And she feasts.
Yeah.
She
I love her so
eats.
much.
With her feathers, because she
Yeah.
added those in. Oof.
Yeah.
Performance art.
Yeah. And so they skated this in the team event free dance, and then they skated it in the individual event. And from the team event to the individual event, their score went up. Free dance score went up 10 points. It's like
What?
crazy.
And
Russia.
they still got third.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they were competing against like Virtue Moyer and Davis White, so it's like third is all anybody was going to get. But like, yeah. So in their individual free dance, Tracy Wilson called them the future of ice dance. And for the record, the partnership wouldn't even last another month.
But she was right. If they had just stayed together.
Yeah.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
Yeah. Can you imagine where we would have gone?
I know. That is a devastating split.
It was kind of crazy watching this too, that I thought that Nikita Katsalapov thought that he was like the special one in the team and the star of the team, because Elena was just like a diamond. She was so special.
She was like the last skater that made me think like, who can like grab me in and pull me in like that is Oksana Bayul.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And it was just, she was
the moment.
She was the wizard.
She was the sorceress.
She was the sorcerer. Yeah, like
He was the Swan.
She was Odile. She was carrying out her father's evil mission. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never
Daddy
watched
told
him.
me to.
I couldn't take my eyes off of her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would watch him in Twizzles because they were terrifying.
Well, this was
just like, what's going to
the
happen?
Russian version of Madison Chalk and Evan Bates. In a way.
In a way.
Yeah. Yeah. So after this Olympic season, just a quick footnote, Junwan Cha, 2016 Junior World's Free Skate. He was 14 years old. He had a Swan Lake program. Junwan Cha has skated to more war horses than I think anyone else on earth.
He's going to feature a lot.
Just to mention here, this was his Swan Lake. Okay. That takes us to the 2017-2018 Olympic season. And this was Swan Lake Palooza. But my personal Black Swan Palooza, my personal favorite performance happened at Skate Canada in 2017.
Yes.
Sarah knows. Sarah was watching.
go.
Ashley was like getting on the bus until Sarah could get off the bus. So, as you'll remember,
people didn't know where Michelle was going to go with this, but I did.
As you'll remember from the women's lore, the 4-hour-long part 3 women's lore, 2017 Worlds, Anna Pogorilaya of Russia had a completely clean, amazing season. She medaled at 2016 Worlds. She skates well all through 2016-17 season. She gets to Worlds and she completely implodes in the free skate. Cannot get off the ice. It's so bad. It's so dramatic. So then she comes back the next season for the Olympic season. And by all accounts, she should be on the Olympic team. They have
Yes.
Medvedeva. They have this
Totally.
new junior Zagitova.
100.
It should be Pogo. It should be her.
Yes, it
But
should be
she's-
Medvedeva, Zagitova, Pogorilaya.
Yes. It ended up being
In
Sotskova,
theory.
who like couldn't even jump anymore by the time she got to Korea. So sorry, Sotskova, but it's true. Anyway, Pogorilaya is dealing with like a back injury. She has some pain. She has some issues. And hang on, we're getting some extra sound effects here. I need to pick up my wiener dog.
he can tell what's about to happen.
Bridget is getting
Right.
excited about
Yeah,
2017
Bridget needs to
skate
tell the
Canada.
story.
Yeah. Okay. So Pogorilaya is dealing with some back pain, and she's also dealing with mental
Some front pain.
Yeah, some mental, I think,
Frontal
peak
lobe.
drama from what happened to her at Worlds. So her
Poor
first Grand
little
Prix of the
lamb.
season is 2017 Skate Canada, and she has a Black Swan. Free skate has the Black Swan, the spooky music effects. She's in black. She has the headpiece on. She comes out
Elbow
and
length gloves.
elbow length gloves.
That's
Very
important.
detail.
Opera length.
So
'Cause
she
she's
comes
turned
out
the ballet into an opera.
and she seems invested in the program until she lands her first jump, which is a triple Lutz, triple toe combination. And she really, it's under rotated on the Lutz. It's real bad. The toe is way off in the air. She ekes it out. Both jumps are cheated.
Quote, seems invested until first jump, end quote.
Johnny Weir said that on the air. Okay.
So
he says that on the air.
35 seconds of
Yes.
investment.
Oh, wait, Johnny
Yeah.
did say that on the air. I
Yes.
remember him saying
Okay.
that.
Seems
And from that
invested
point
until
on,
first jump.
she is just walking through the program. All the triple jumps are super cheated until she stops rotating in them. And then she starts doing double jumps, like the wheels come off. Then she goes for a double axel and she takes a trademark Ashley Wagner uterus smack fall to the ice on this double axel.
Yeah.
I mean, down, uterus,
Mm,
ice.
yeah.
She gets up,
Ute
stops
down.
skating, and starts fixing her glove. And she's like skating around in a circle, fixing her glove.
It's
And then she's like,
magic.
and then just like starts doing the rest of the program. And Terry Gannon is like, I don't know, she was going to keep skating. I thought she was going to stop for a minute there. So then that was her last jump. So then she's like skating around, goes to set up a camel spin, wildly loses the edge, falls backward, and lands directly on her lower back. So first the front of her uterus and then the back. And
Like
there
a
were people-
pancake.
people in the audience said that she yelled out when she fell on this spin and hit her back. It's horrible. So she gets up and now she's really pissed.
I mean, this is the photo that pops.
What do you-
up.
That was mid-program.
I should have put that away. This is another where it's like, I love her.
I love her.
Yeah.
So
No, it's
the drama.
You have to respect
It's-
it because here's the thing. Say what you want. At a certain point, you have to try to do that.
Yes.
If you're
Yeah.
at that level of skating,
Yeah.
that's not like, whoa, what a bad skate. No.
Yeah.
She threw her body into some of these
Yes.
positions.
Yeah.
And
yes.
Yes.
you have to respect her for it
You do.
because that's insane.
I do
Yeah.
respect her for it. She gave me some of the most memorable programs I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She
This
is
is one of them.
revered among this podcast and group
She
of people.
is.
Yeah. No,
She
like
really
good
is.
and bad. Like
Yeah.
Boston Worlds is like unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
when she was
Skate
on,
Wait.
Canada
she was
is
like
unbe-
textbook.
This
No,
was the
she's my
tagline
Maria Butrskaya. She was the scariest person to skate with.
when
Yeah, I remember being at like at a gala practice,
Yeah.
and I think that also that she looked like somebody. I think that like she looked like somebody who like would beat you up. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like she didn't look friendly. And I remember I was like, I'm gonna go up to her, and I went up to her and I said, "You skated very well here. Like, congratulations." And she looked at me like her big doe eyes looked at me like almost like they were going to fill with tears. And she said, "Thank you
Fuck
so much." Go
Ah.
jump
Go
off
fuck
a
yourself.
building, you dumb bitch. She pulled out a gun and I went, ah. And she
Yeah.
said, "Thank you so much." She like looked at me deep into the eyes and then she would proceed to then be completely erratic on a practice session.
Yeah.
But
amazing.
she's amazing. Yeah.
She
Mhm.
yelled at me in my program on practice
Yep.
ice.
Yes.
And you said thank you.
Yeah. No, she was
That's amazing.
Yeah.
she was not nice.
No.
Yeah. But she
So
did
it was
finish this
shocking.
program. She did another camel
Shocking.
spin after falling on her back. She got up
Oh,
and did
good.
another camel spin, finishes the program, staggers off the ice, and said afterward that the fall on the camel spin aggravated an injury in her back that she already had and made it worse. We never saw her compete again. But
That was the last
I didn't
time?
realize that was the
Mhm.
last.
that was it.
That
We
makes
never saw her again. She may have done like smaller domestic competition in Russia, but nothing that like
Nothing big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
didn't even go to nationals before the Olympics.
Damn.
Yeah,
Such a shame. Like she really like was easily one of the 3 best skaters of that quad for Russia.
Easily.
Oh, she was
and,
the it girl,
should
one of the
have
it
I liked her
been.
better than Veg. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have to be sorry. That's
Yeah.
true.
Mhm.
Like, yeah. So,
But at this event,
Mhm.
Ashley's packing her stuff up, going home, and Sarah has to text her and say, "Congratulations!" And she's like, "Thanks. Why?" And Sarah's like, "You got a medal,"
Well, because that's how good she was that I was
Yeah.
like,
and she was in second after the short.
well, and I
I'm
don't.
not winning this. I'm not getting
Yeah,
on this
and I
podium.
don't think you had like your best skates ever either.
was
And so you were just like,
mediocre.
all right, I'm good. I'm going back to the hotel. And
Yeah, I'm gonna go have a pork chop at the buffet.
That was the 3rd season of international medals for Moulin Rouge because you got the medal. Yeah. So Pogo ended up finishing 9th, and I remember Andrea Joyce was on site at this competition for some reason. Like we sent her to do an NBC Center to do interviews, and I texted her. I was like, "Did you see Pogo Relia live?" And she texted me back. It was brutal and scary. A Halloween skate.
Oh,
Skate Canada's
It
always
was
on
it's
Halloween.
always yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nathan must have been skating there. Otherwise, I feel
Yeah.
like that's probably why we sent Andrea. If
Oh yeah,
Nathan was
that does
there.
sound vaguely familiar.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yes, it was because remember he imploded at Skate America and he was 3rd, and then he went to Skate Canada the next week and he did that
Yeah.
cursed music free skate again, and then he
Oh
won.
yeah, when he was no. You're
Benjamin
thinking of the
Clementine.
wrong year. No.
That was 2022.
Yes. Yeah.
My boy, I did that
Oh,
again. I did that
yes,
again.
I
Timelines are
remember
That was
merging.
2021.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the fall of 21 he did that. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
what else? I know the other Swan Lake you're going to talk about in this season.
So I want to talk about 3 Swan Lakes that happened at the 2018 Olympics.
Mhm.
Just quick mention of this one. Yu Zhaoyu and Hao Zhang of China pair team. They skated to Swan Lake in the team event short program. And I vividly remember Johnny Weir saying, "This is the first Swan Lake of the Olympics." Which, like he cares a lot about Swan Lake. I don't think Johnny ever skated a Swan Lake. He did the Swan.
The Swan.
Like Camille Saison.
Yes.
But yeah, that was the first of many Swan Lakes at that Olympics. The next 2, Alina Zagitova, short program. We call her program Swan Light, as in LIGHT, because it was a little bit of Swan Lake, and then the entire footwork sequence was music from the film Moonlight. So it's very abrupt. The music edits make no sense. I watched it again and I was like, this is worse than I remember. What is like Swan Lake 3 CDs long,
Yeah.
and they have to take
Moonlight, fresh
Moonlight.
Oscar though.
Yeah. Like do a Moonlight short program.
I mean,
But-
right.
Right,
It's like
fully
you can-
commit.
You can totally see the
Yeah.
Danielle like wheels
Ugh.
turning of like, oh, I'm gonna
Moon.
be such
There
a
is a
genius
moon.
because there's
Yes.
a moon in Swan Lake and I'm doing Moonlight music. And
Yeah.
it's like, all right.
All right.
Wrap it up.
Yeah. She did all 3 jumps in the bonus
Mhm.
for the credit at the time. She was the first one to like really do this on the senior level. It was a big deal. All season she was missing her triple Lutz, triple loop, and each competition they would like cut her that she wore a tutu. They make the tutu like shorter and shorter. By the time she got to Korea, it was like this long, so she just had like a straight out from her waist this little thing. Nails the combo in her short
Mhm.
program. And
Just had to get rid of all that fabric.
yeah,
It was the tool.
Zagitova had like such a game face at these Olympics. She was just like, I am laying it
She
down.
did, yeah.
And she won the short program by 1.31 points. And that
Mhm.
ended up making a difference for her on Olympic gold, because
Yeah.
she and Medvedeva tied in the free skate. Medvedeva had the higher PCS. So on this short program, she won the Olympics. This messed up, weirdly edited short program.
Mhm.
She also had Black Swan movie sound effects, and she would do this thing with her arms that was like to the music.
Yeah.
The other Swan Lake in this event and in this women's event was Caitlin Osmond's free skate. And
Mhm.
yeah, she had a
Easily
black-
the most memorable of all of the Swan Lakes at these Olympics, in my opinion.
I guess, yeah. I watched this for the first
You
time in
just
a while.
finished rolling your eyes at the composition of Zagita.
Yeah. I mean, definitely Osmond's program was composed a lot better. I felt like her arm movements weren't great. It was very like stiff, and I felt like a lot of her movements were very derivative of Ashley's choreography. The yeah.
Well,
And I did
it's
not.
I
not
just feel
broken.
like the Zagitova of it all was so like, where it's like I
Yeah.
couldn't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
And the thing about Osmond was that Caitlin's short program was such a masterpiece.
Yeah.
yes,
That, like,
true. It
when
paled
you
in
think-
comparison.
Yeah.
Right. That like when you think of Caitlin at the Olympics, I always think of like that short program
With the
is like
scarf.
one of the greatest
I love
women's
that.
short
Agreed.
programs. Absolutely should
Yeah.
have been in first place after the short
100%.
program.
100%. Yes.
Michelle
question.
smirks.
I probably should have. I don't remember. I don't know. At the
She's
time, I
pleading the
was
fifth.
okay with what happened, but yeah.
I loved that program.
I'm trying to remember what. Yeah. Yeah. Just thinking what the Japanese women did, but yeah, it's probably right.
I just remember,
Um,
like, thank God Zagitova went on to become like one of my favorite women's Olympic champions of all time because of just like of the crazy things that
Her
she's
off
gone on.
ice behavior.
Yes, like I'm like, yeah, the universe works
mhm.
in perfect unison to what I
Harmony.
want. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't she recently give a quote and they're like asking her about the new rules and they're like, what do you think? And she was like,
I don't
I think
care.
it doesn't have anything to do with me.
Yeah.
so I
She's
don't
like,
give a shit."
honestly, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. And
Yeah,
then
I
she went
respect
on
that
to
a lot.
Traffic
Mhm.
court. Like it's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. So Caitlin Osmond skated this program between Zagitova and Medvedeva because it was not in reverse order. It was they were still drawing. So she skated second to last, and Medvedeva skated after her. Yeah, and her jumps were freaking huge.
Huge.
Like crazy. Like
Huge.
it still is like whelming when I see it. I'm like, whoa. Yeah, crazy big. Yeah, and she ended up winning the bronze medal at these Olympics
And then the world title.
and the world title. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Incredible.
Yeah. And after that, we've seen a few Swan Lakes here and there, but nothing, like really
crazy
memorable.
standouts right now.
yeah,
yeah.
nothing that's like in the zeitgeist, like in
Yeah.
the way that of the ones we're talking about. I don't feel
Well,
like.
I think
I
after
did-
2018, people were like, "Cool it."
Yeah. It was a lot.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
like
No
cycled.
more lake.
Yeah.
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 So Adam's daughter, Isabella Vito, her last junior season, and she did senior at nationals. So it was the Olympic season, 21-22. She had a Swan Lake free skate. So her short program was to the Swan by Saint-Saëns. And then she had Swan Lake free skate, but it was the Russian dance from Swan Lake. So it was like not
Mhm.
the recognizable music, but it
Mhm.
was like this other section, which I thought was creative and interesting. And like you don't see that music used a lot.
I would love to see Isabeau
She
do
would
a Swan Lake again,
Mhm.
like
Great
as in
Swan
like a
Lake.
full senior.
I'm
mode.
sure you'll get your wish.
I
I'm
mean,
sure it's coming.
eat. She would eat that up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to get out of like the breakfast at Tiffany's, Audrey Hepburn. I need
And you
that
want her to get
to-
to a
the
body
Natalie
of water.
Portman.
Yeah. Transform into a swan.
Yeah.
There's
Mhm.
got to be
Please.
a moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the Olympics in Milan, there was only one Swan Lake the entire Olympics.
That's insane.
Wait, actually, that's
Who
a
was
fact?
it? Hold on. Who was it? Do we know?
Oh, I know.
Anybody?
I know
mean,
because I, gave
Michelle
Johnny the
knows.
note to say
No,
it.
I know Michelle knows. I'm thinking if I can remember who did
Yeah.
Swan Lake.
I can't.
Was it the Finnish girl?
Yes.
It
Ida
was.
Oh my
Karhunen.
god, yes.
Ida.
Mhm. Ida.
Ida.
She was the only one.
I really like her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. Wow.
Yeah.
Good job, Adam.
Yeah.
she
I like her
did-
too. Now,
Wear a
her
tutu
shore
as
program
well?
was phenomenal.
Didn't she wear a tutu as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
It was very Zagitova.
Mm-hmm.
But her short program was that like Britney Spears in French with the
Blink.
blinking. That
Yeah.
program was great. I love that.
I know.
She's
Every
fun.
time I
Yeah.
try to do it, I feel like I'm gonna pass out or shut off.
Oh yeah, I think it's like it gives my body vertigo. I don't know
Yeah.
how it makes me dizzy to do that opening choreography.
You know
Mhm.
what's so crazy though? Because I watched her do that program at Worlds this year, and for a second, I'm sitting here being like, did I jump timelines? Like Olympics wasn't this year. Like, doesn't
It wasn't
I
this
know.
season. It was last season.
Yeah.
But no,
We're
it
sort of out of it. It feels
feels-
forever ago.
Yeah.
Sarah,
crazy.
no, that's 2021. I just looked up 2021 Skate Canada. I'm going to see 2018 or 2017.
What are you looking for?
Whether Nathan was there.
Nathan did 2021 Skate America and Skate Canada in consecutive weeks, and he got third at Skate America. Vince and Joe won,
Yes.
and then he went to Skate Canada the next week, still with that cursed
Yeah, that
Nemesis
was
program. And he got
2021.
together.
I was
Yeah,
checking
21.
2017.
Yeah, it was 21.
Well, Jason was there and Patrick, but not Nathan. So I can't explain Andrea Joyce's presence, but I'm glad
At
she was there.
2017 Skate
Yeah.
Canada. She was
Yeah.
there for Ashley. For
Yeah,
Ashley's
that's right.
third season getting
Yeah.
international medals.
my
with
way
Moulin
down
Rouge.
and out. They
Yeah.
said send Andrea.
Yeah, that's damn right.
Still help. Adam, Michelle, thank you.
Yeah.
Like,
Thank
what
you.
a glorious retelling of the ballet.
Tchaikovsky.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you to Tchaikovsky. Thank you to Natalie Portman.
Mm.
Mhm.
Well,
Thank you to
Swan Lake's
Ashley.
such a heavy hitter. Like this feels like one of the big ones.
Yes. Yeah. But it's interesting that, like, to your point, we haven't had like a really successful central main character doing a Swan Lake program in a little
coming
while.
back.
So
It feels time.
maybe
It
time
feels
for a
right.
comeback.
Mhm.
You know who I always thought should have done it
Hmm.
was Luna Hendricks.
Huh?
Interesting.
I always thought Luna. should
Oh,
have
yeah,
done it.
I could see her doing.
You know what? Luna
yeah.
could do like a cool modern like Dice K kind of thing to it. I feel like really that would be fun to see.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Luna would do like
Any-
Swan like the club remix.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean,
she would have
obviously,
found a way to touch the wall. Like,
Right.
and
She
I
would
know
hire
that would
Dua
have made me
Lipa to do
to
something.
sing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you remember Max Aaron with his Circle of Life remix.
Oh, do
Um,
I?
Who doesn't?
I know
remember
where
that?
I was. I know exactly where I was when I first watched
Yeah.
him do. Oh, yeah.
So
Well,
All
an
right.
incredible episode of the Lore Horse series. Michelle,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank
Michelle,
you.
thank you. Adam,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Ashley, thank you for your Black Swan
Yeah.
Lake
Yeah,
performance.
thank you for your
Yeah.
skating.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, yes, my contribution to the lore. I will only appear in one more.
Bye, everyone.
We'll get to see. Bye.